Pike. I'm Public Relations Director for ISC West, and today we're interviewing a number of manufacturers about their new products and the launches that they've made here at the show. And today we're happy to have March Networks with us. Particularly we've got Payne, who is their CMO, and we've got a number of things to talk about with March this time. Particularly your new VMS platform called Command. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's an exciting time for us. We're announcing Command here at the show, and it's really the brand name for our next generation VMS platform. So with Command, we actually have two different versions of it based on the size of the system you're looking to implement. And we have Command Professional, which is really a single server version up to 128 cameras. Then we have really an enterprise class scale size system that's up to 128,000 cameras. That's really more aligned with what March Networks is known for as an enterprise class company. And this marks the first time that we are entering the enterprise class VMS space with Command Enterprise.
Opens up a whole new market for you, doesn't it?
It extends the VMS solution we have into what has really been our core strength in terms of market size in the past.
That's great. What's the migration path? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's interesting. With Command, we've been historically a very strong company in banking, and then into the retail marketplace as well as into transportation. And we've really grown the business one vertical at a time. What we want to make sure we're doing with Command is actually creating the migration path for our customers that we have today, as well as really people who are looking for an all-IP solution going forward. And so Command and Command Enterprise actually allow all of the DVRs that we've built historically to be able to be managed. So what we're doing is creating a migration path where you do not have to make a rip and replace investment decision, but instead you can keep what you have and slowly over time migrate either by location or by the type of site that you want to have, be IP or in a hybrid DVR. So we've really tried to make sure that we're maximizing the investment return for the customers that we have.
And creating solutions for loyal customers.
Absolutely. So if we look at our strength in terms of vertical markets in banking and in retail, they have been slower to adopt IP solutions than I would say the overall market. So we want to make sure that we're creating that migration path. Command is a standards-based, ONVIF compliant VMS solution. So we are allowing those customers to come forward with us while we're also looking to penetrate the commercial industrial space now with a complete end-to-end IP portfolio with Command, as well as with our IP camera lines that we've released a handful of new cameras as well.
That sounds really terrific for March.
It's an exciting time and a lot of growth opportunity for us.
Yeah, absolutely, which is probably one of the reasons you're here at ISC West.
We are here and happy to talk to anybody about our solutions.
But I also understand you had a big announcement yesterday that you made here. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's very related. So we had a second announcement we did in addition to Command, which is a distribution partnership with ScanSource here in North America, really looking to work with them to help us penetrate that commercial and industrial market with IT and IP-centric resellers. So good partnership. They have a lot of the value-added services that we're looking for as opposed to a pure logistics and distribution play. So we think we'll be able to take Command and our IP cameras and work very closely with them to help penetrate that market here in North America.
So the service benefits are much greater with the addition of ScanSource.
Absolutely. They help us reach into markets that we haven't historically been strong in, but they're also bringing the technical capabilities that allow really the business to scale in short order as opposed to taking a longer period of time to make that happen.
That sounds like a huge advantage for the company.
We think it is. We think when we take the distribution element, combine it with Command, I mean, if you think of when we lay out the benefits of Command, it is fundamentally what we think is the most scalable, easiest to use, and most flexible VMS system for the enterprise market. And having a partner like ScanSource can help us get into that marketplace faster for the customer segments that we have not historically had a big presence in.
It's good growth for the company.
It is, and we're very proud of what we've built with Command. The ease of use, obviously everybody can come see it here at the show. I think it's something that gets underplayed is the importance of an easy-to-use system for the end user. In addition to that, it's easy to install and implement for our partner community. And so we put a lot of focus on that with the same user interface, whether it's Command Professional or Command Enterprise. Very customizable user interface based on who your rights are. It's also very IT-centric. We had very much of the CIO in mind when we built this product and did some very unique things. Our approach was not to build 900 features into this product. We really said, rather than building many features for very few people, let's build the few most important features for many customers. And so we've taken that approach, and I think we've done it successfully when you start seeing the reaction that we've had to the product today.
And which is a good segue for the next question. Pleasing customers has enabled you to grow, obviously, but let's talk a little bit about your global business. What's the future hold for March globally?
So if you look historically how we've grown, it has been not only from vertical to vertical, so our strategy has been to penetrate the verticals, be the number 1 or 2 player in those vertical markets, and then grow over time. So we're now really starting to penetrate in the commercial industrial space. At the same time, we have taken a similar approach to geography. So we started predominantly as a North American company, expanded into Latin America, and then have slowly moved our way east. So we made an acquisition several years ago that gave us a good foothold in the European market, and then have opened offices, Dubai, Sydney, and then opened an office in Seoul this year. So we've really made that continued geographic expansion. What we're very excited about with the product set is it actually gives us a platform that we can sell a single product platform across all geographies.
No matter size and scope.
No matter size and scope. Command going from the very small end systems all the way up to the large enterprise systems at a compelling price point allows us to actually play in all those geographies.
And so the trends that you might have to be observing, what is March looking for in terms of trends?
Sure, I think there's a handful, and you see them here at the show, and you have to filter through the hype versus the reality. For us, I think the industry's over the hump of when is the full IP adoption coming. For us, our core markets have been a little slower in banking and retail to move to IP, and that's actually served as an advantage for us because it's allowed us to build our platform at the right speed as opposed to rushing something to market. When I look at the future, I think you're going to continue to see the trend towards IP. There's no real stopping of that. For us, that is looking at very innovative IP cameras, so now we have a true end-to-end solution. Our goal is not to be a completely broadline manufacturer of cameras, but very specific, focused on those geographies and importantly, on those vertical markets. So we're really meeting specific customer needs. In addition, I think the second trend we're going to continue to see is in the application space. We have designed Command to really be able to take what we think of as third-party plugins, where we're taking business intelligence applications, plugging them into the platform. At the same time, we're developing a handful of those ourselves, based mostly for our vertical markets as we penetrate commercial industrial. But I think you're going to continue to see that business intelligence element added into the video platform. So those are really the big trends we see. A lot of talk this week around PSIM and all the announcements of companies making purchases. I may be a contrarian in that view. Command has not been designed to be a PSIM platform. My personal belief is that's going to defocus many of the legacy companies who have made the purchases in this space as they try to put their arms around something that is very broad and maybe not something that their legacy skill set has. I wish them luck, but that is certainly not the approach we've taken. We're going to really focus on what our core strength is and build the applications and the end-to-end solution on top.
There's plenty of business for us all.
There is plenty.
For March.
Absolutely.
Well, it seems like you're doing a lot of the right things, and certainly with your announcements and the products that you're launching, we wish you well and good luck, and thanks for talking to us today.
Beth. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Thanks.